Hey there, thinking about your solar taxes? Actually, claiming it is probably less difficult than you think. I'm Maria from integrateson.com, and today I'm going to walk you through understanding the credits available, starting with the big federal one. First, just a few words about what this federal solar tax credit, officially called the Residential Clean Energy Credit, really is. It's a dollar-for-dollar reduction in the federal income tax you owe. So it's not just a deduction that lowers your taxable income. And it's not a typical refund check. Claiming a $5,000 tax credit literally cuts your federal taxes owed by $5,000. Simple as that. Right now, this federal credit is 30% of your total solar system cost. That includes the panels, the installation labor, wiring, mounting, the whole setup. And importantly, it also includes battery storage if you added one, as long as it meets minimum size requirements, usually 3 kilowatt hours. Now, who can claim this 30% federal credit? Generally, you need to meet these conditions for the year you're claiming. You own the system, not leasing or using a PPA, power purchase agreement. Financing with a loan is okay, installed and operating. The system must be fully installed and turned on during that tax year. Located at your residence, this must be a home you own in the United States. Can be your primary or secondary home. You owe federal income tax, the credit reduces taxes you owe. If you don't owe federal income tax, you can't use the credit that year, but you can carry forward any excess credit. Okay, that's the quick version of the federal solar tax credit. Pretty straightforward, right? But wait, there's more. That 30% federal credit is just the foundation. Depending on where you live, especially in the states Integrateson proudly serves, California, Arizona, DC, Texas, Georgia, Oklahoma, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Maryland, there are often additional state and local savings. So what kind of extra savings are we talking about at the state and local level? Well, they come in a few flavors. State tax credits. Some states offer another tax credit on top of the federal one, reducing your state income tax bill. The amounts and rules vary widely, so we always check the specific program in your state. Cash rebates. This is straightforward cash back. Your utility company or state might offer a rebate, sometimes calculated per kilowatt of solar you install, or maybe a flat amount. These programs often have funding limits and change frequently, so grabbing them while available is key. SRECs, Solar Renewable Energy Certificates. Get ready for this one. In states like Washington, D.C., Pennsylvania, and Maryland, you earn valuable certificates just for producing solar power. Utilities buy these SRECs to meet state requirements. The value changes with the market, but it means your panels can actually earn you ongoing income after they're installed. How cool is that? Property tax exemptions. Worried solar will bump up your property value and your taxes? Relax. In many places, like Texas, for example, there's a 100% property tax exemption for the value your solar system adds, so you get the home value boost without the tax sting. The big takeaway. State and local incentives are fantastic, but they are very specific to your state, county, and utility, and they do change. This isn't a one-size-fits-all situation. That's why working with a local expert like IntegrateSon is crucial. We constantly track these details, checking state energy office websites, utility announcements, and resources like the DSIRE database to find every last penny of savings for you. Okay, let's switch gears slightly and talk about something you might hear in the news: tariffs on solar panels. Specifically, the Section 201 tariffs that were put in place a few years back under the Trump administration. What are they? Basically, taxes on imported solar cells and panels. The stated goal was often to help American manufacturers compete. Did they make solar way more expensive? Well, they can increase the cost component for imported panels. Your research document notes these tariffs started at a certain percentage, maybe around 30% initially, designed to decrease over a few years. And please hear this, it's not the whole story. Overall costs still dropped. Even with tariffs, the bigger trend for solar costs has been down, thanks to amazing technology getting cheaper and more efficient. Smart sourcing. Installers like IntegrateSon have strategies to manage costs by working with different suppliers. Incentives are powerful. Honestly, those big 30% federal credits and the state-local perks we just talked about, they often provide way more savings than any extra cost added by tariffs. So, the bottom line on tariffs, they're part of the equation, yes, but they haven't stopped solar from being a fantastic financial investment for most homeowners. The savings potential is still massive. Policies can change, right? Different administrations have different priorities. It's smart to think about that. But here's the really good news. That 30% federal tax credit, it is locked in by law all the way through 2032. That gives you a solid decade of certainty for that major piece of the puzzle. While state programs can change more often, the overall direction across the country is towards more clean energy, not less. Waiting for some imaginary perfect time might mean missing out on great incentives available right now. Understanding all the ways you can save, from the big 30% federal credit right down to local rebates and SRECs, makes that investment even smarter. Are you ready to see a personalized breakdown of all the savings you could get in your state? Get your free, no-obligation quote from integrateson.com today. Click the link, visit our website, or give us a call. Remember, to always consult with a qualified tax professional for advice specific to your financial situation. Thanks so much for watching, and we look forward to helping you go solar.